The primary purpose of the CAF podcast is to express platform for creatives to express their personal views or opinions without restriction or censorship. All views or opinions expressed during the CAF podcast are solely those of individuals expressing such views or opinions and does not reflect the views of the CAF podcast.
Let me go through the preliminaries. All right, here we go, baby. Season 10 Cal Podcast, man. We back with the last we got one more episode before this, and we got the live episode in Dallas. But I ain't gonna lie to y'all with this one. It's been some years since I heard from this young man. Didn't know where he was. He just popped up like a picture like John Wick. Reached out, hit him up. He hit me up, got back in contact. First time we got on the phone, Sweets, we was on the phone for 44 minutes.
Yes, sir.
And we caught up, but it was like we ain't missed a beat. And then I said, Sweets, you got to get on the podcast because I already know for a fact, whatever we talking about, whether it's from sports, relationships, hell, even gambling, just life in general.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You got a word for us. So, ladies and gentlemen, who we got in the CAF with us? First of all, he's from that city. And I ain't talking about Shreveport either. I'm talking about that 504.
Yes, sir.
I want to say he's a legend of a legend. And what else? Grand fam. And just most importantly, he's one of them dudes where it's like, you ever heard the phrase stand up nigga? Well, that's who we got in the CAF with us tonight. So welcome to the podcast for the first time, and hopefully not the last time. My nigga, Sweets is in the CAF.
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you for having me, my dude. Appreciate you.
Bro, you know how long, if you check your DMs, the Cal podcast is we in your DMs because I've been trying to get you on for the longest.
Yeah, man. You know, life been lifing, brother. You know how it go. Life been lifing, but I had to pop out and had to holler at you. My dude, you know?
So, yeah, man. And let me say this. Sweets, my nigga, I do really appreciate you doing this. I really do.
Sure,
so, but let me go through the preliminaries and then we'll get to what we're talking about. So, the first thing first, we ask Sweet is everybody. We asked this question to everybody. We stole it from Charlemagne the God. Sweets, how is your mental health?
Man, it's day by day, bro. You know, it's always a new challenge every day. You know what I'm saying? You got to stay prayed up. You know, me, I stay, you know, reading books, keeping my mind, you know what I'm saying, clear as I can. You know, everybody has their own little obstacles they got to go through, but you can make it every day. You just got to just keep on taking one step at a time, you know? So, yes, sir.
Yeah, appreciate that. And the reason why we asked that question is because when we first started, I want to say around about 2020, this is when COVID popped off. Everybody was in the house, but not only that, dog, it was 3 black women, Miss America, Miss Alabama, and I don't know if you remember the cheerleader from Southern. All 3 of them committed suicide.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it was very sad.
And the one from Southern was even scarier because she wrote a note before she committed suicide. And in the note, it said, if my grandfather was here, he would probably talk me out from doing this.
Yeah. Mental health is a real thing, bro. Trauma is a real thing, you know?
Yeah. So to see that, and I hope, well, if I do sound pighead, I don't care. To see 3 beautiful black women commit suicide, it's like, yo, we got to check on our people. So we always ask that question. So like we just want to know. Now the other question is, I usually ask, but I ask female that, so we're gonna skip past that. But Sweets, man, I'm just be honest with you, bro. I'm just happy to see you.
Yes, sir. I'm in the building, bro. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm in this building, but you know what I'm talking about.
You're in the cap. You're in the cap. So
I'm in a cafe. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So Sweets, this season we talking about sex, and we ain't talking about pound town. We talking about actually getting with a woman, treating her right, getting her right, giving her what she wants. You get what you need, and it's a beautiful thing because we come to find out that I keep forgetting. I think it's 83 or 85% of, and I'm gonna stick it to black women, are not getting an orgasm, and it's 43% have never even had one, and they over the age of 30. So before we even get to the women's side, Sweets, what is sex to you?
Man, it's a plethora of things, brother. It's loyalty, it's spirituality, it's commitment to a certain extent. And I don't mean it in a way of like marrying, but you got to commit yourself. It's adventurous, it's fun. You know what I'm saying? It's just, if you have the right person, it's the most fireest thing that you could, ever encounter. You know what I'm saying?
And for the ladies who listening, I said it in the beginning, but I'm gonna keep saying it again. He is from New Orleans, so that little accent you hear is from New Orleans. They like that. We got people from all over, so they
Right.
don't like. I tell people it's a lot going on west of the Mississippi.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So yeah, so like we the reason why we bring this up so is because we was trying to figure out, is it the women, is it the men, is it both, is it lacking? Where's the middle ground where we can meet these? Because once again, I'm only one person. I can't
Right.
get to them all. I wish I could, but I
Right.
can't. So the ones who ain't getting what they need is like, what do we have to do, or what do we have to teach other young men or men to or even should we even teach them, or it's just like how we supposed to move with that?
I mean, knowledge is key. You know what I'm saying? The more you know, the better you move. You dig? I think, you know what I'm saying, we have to come to understanding that, both sexes or both species, we're different. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I think one of the biggest things is we can go into selfishness. These time and days are different than when me and you came around. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot more that access, through social media and what's on the phone. And it's a lot of things that are pros, but also it can be cons. But I think a lot of times, you got to intrigue a woman's mind. If I could give any young man some suggestions out there, anybody, you got to intrigue a woman's mind. You got to, do your best to get to her spiritually, mentally, and then the physical. It'll all come. You know what I'm saying? It'll all flow. But I think the biggest thing that was for me is I had a pops. Fortunately, I had a pops in my life, and he taught me some things in the generality of a woman. As much as he could told, he told me to know about a woman, but he
Mm-hmm.
also told me that each woman is very unique in their own way. So you got to understand the generality and the specifics. And one of the biggest things about that, bro, is there's an art form to this. It's a lost art form. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
A
yeah.
lot of cats don't use the art form. Like you said, it's like Pound Town. It's get in, get out. And that's not what it was happening here. You know what I'm saying? To really get to a woman, to get to an orgasm, we're talking about foreplay.
Mm.
And foreplay can be in so many different ways, you know what I'm saying? From massages to just the look in the eyes, just the, you know what I'm saying, the kissing on the neck or whatever it is, however you get down, you know what I'm saying? But I think there's a lost art form. And, with so many cats, now when I came around, the old man used to give you a little game. These time of days is different. So a lot of our little youngsters, you know what I'm saying, they seek information in different places that's really not suitable, you know what I'm saying, or giving them the proper knowledge, you know what I'm saying?
So boy, you said a lot there, right?
Yeah, yeah, my fault, bro.
No. Ain't your no. Don't apologize that because like like you hit on some of the subjects that we're gonna talk about. It's like you got kids or excuse me, young dudes or whatever. They're watching porn thinking this is how it's supposed
All
to
right,
go.
all
And it's
right.
like it don't work like that. You're not gonna meet no girl at a library. She just ready to take off. Like you gonna have to literally get to the girl,
Right, right,
ask her for her number, and
right.
it might take you a week or two, but sooner or later, if you persistent, it might get to it. It's not finna just happen on ripping. You got dudes, even you, sweet, you know, man, you got men to this day. They think it's just gonna be like, man, I'm gonna go to the club, I'm gonna get something, and pow. Bruh, it does. Porn is porn. That is a.
Right.
At the end of the day, they having sex, but somebody wrote that to happen.
Right. It's over fantasized and over sexualized. You know what I'm saying? It
Yeah.
really is. It really is, bro. It is. It's not real, man. Me and you both have um been in a situation where we've discussed the difference between entertainment and reality. And it's a thin line. It's like a string in a spider's web. It's just that thin, bro. It's just that thin of understanding entertainment and reality. And I think a lot of times, you know, a lot of like I said, we don't have a lot of male mentors. And don't get
Mm-hmm.
me wrong, I've seen some cats out here. They doing a great job, but let's be real, the quantity is beating the quality out. You got way more for one kid that you're helping out. There's like 100 of them that they lost. You know what I'm saying? So they really don't have a great understanding of what is real and what is a fantasy. And when you get into that, you're dealing with something dangerous if you don't understand it, because it can get into a real selfish like situation. You know what I'm saying? Because the things that you're seeing is the things that you are now feeling that you are entitled to. And then at a lot of times you get really out of pocket and you don't know really how to go about things the proper way. You know what I'm saying?
Because you got like boy, the boy said entitled. Oh man, that's the first. I gotta write that down.
This dude here, man.
Bruh, you know how many went, so we didn't have women on, and a lot of people watch what the clips and stuff, but when men talk, we get more views because they always want to wonder, they always want to know what are we really thinking.
Right, right.
And so when you give them information, it's like they might not say this, but they paying attention because like we trying to understand them, they trying to understand us. So when I get somebody on who I know gonna have that conversation, my nigga, I'm entitlement because, and the reason why I'm bringing that up because you got I guess I gotta go there. You got dudes who will see a girl, and just the fact that let's say I'm gonna just use me and you, sweet. Just the fact that I saw a girl that I think I'm better than you. I see a girl talk to you. I find out y'all two do what y'all do. Now I'm like,
Right.
well, if she gave it to you, she got to give it to me.
Right.
And then next thing you know, you up here trying to holler at this girl, and the fact that she telling you no, now you feel some type of way. Now she a bitch. Now she this. Now she that. Now you making all these false rumors about a girl, but all
Right.
she did was just tell you no.
That's, to me, that's weak. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I'm telling you, like the mentorship, the guidance got to kick in. I was blessed enough, to have a pops in my life. A lot of cats ain't got that. So, like I said, they listen to everything in the world that ain't suitable for them. You know what I'm saying? And then, the thing about it is, it's different strokes for different folks. What works for you, Florida, it might not work for me. You know what I'm saying? You can't put all your eggs in one basket. You know what I'm saying? The world doesn't work like that. You got to find your own. You got to, and you was just talking about how, you know, dudes just think that you can just holler at a young lady, you know what I'm saying, or a woman, and then one day they got the number. No, it don't work like that. It That's the art form. The art form consists of patience. The art form is consists of, some intellect, you know what I'm saying, how to speak, how to move, you know what I'm saying? And I think that a lot of these little cats out here, they're moving a little bit too fast. You know what happens when you move too fast? You get in a car wreck, you know what I'm saying? So nah, man, we can't move like that. You got to be a little bit more patient, more understanding of what's going on, not so much on how you need to be moving, but how she's moving, her mannerisms, her thought processes. You know what I'm saying? We gotta get back the art form of understanding. That Billy D. Williams type, that Billy D. Williams type, you know what I'm talking about. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Man, season 10 Cow Podcast, man. We got Sweets in here kicking with us, man. Spitting that game, bro. Bro, kicking it to y'all. I knew I tell you, once I get you on, I know I ain't even worried about the questions. It's just I know you're gonna give me what I need to get.
Right, right,
So
right.
now, oh dang, what I was gonna say next. So dealing with sex. Sweets, when was that moment when you realized like I really know what I'm doing?
Oh man.
Like
Uh
that moment where like if I get with any woman, I got it.
I don't know. I can't really tell you. All I can tell you is that it was progress throughout the process, if you know what I'm saying. You just
I
get
feel
better
you.
and better over time. And you know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong, dog. I learned a lot from my pops and from my brother. But
Okay.
you know, I was the cat that also learned from porn too. You know, I got my skills kind of going from porn because you know, back in the day, I used to be at the View. You would hear a knock at the door. Yeah, bruh, you know, I got 2 for 10. You know what I'm saying? And you would pick, you know, yeah, you know how it go. So, you know, brother up in there trying to learn some things and learn different moves and all this type stuff. Cause you like, man, my girl ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever, whatever, whatever. But you know what I'm saying, over time that, you know, I was doing my thing, it was things that I was peeping out.
Mm-hmm.
And what I was peeping out was, and you know, it kind of goes into the orgasm part of it. It was the precursor to it. It was what is the steps to get to the result. Because see, like you said, I think people try to move a little bit too fast to get to the orgasm, but they don't understand the steps to get to it because the orgasm is really the result. You know what I'm saying? The result of so much good stuff that's going on, you got to put the ingredients in the gumbo before the gumbo comes out as the greatest cuisine that you ever made, if you know what I'm saying. You feel
Come
me?
on now.
So, like, what I started really paying attention to was, you know, certain things about her neck.
Mm.
If she's closing her eyes, listen to the frequency of her moan. Some women, it's the way they clutch their legs. Some women, their toes curl. There's many and small various ways that you can peep game. And I mean, there's never a woman that won't tell you through her actions or with her speaking. She gonna give you the game. She gonna let you know. She go try to, you know, she go guide you through the whole situation. The question is, are you a student in the game as well as a teacher? You know what I'm saying? And that's part of the art form we talking about, you know?
So for me, I ain't gonna lie, Sweets. I was doing what I was doing, but it took an older woman to really
Right.
really tell me what's really going on. Like
Right.
I tell people all the time, if it wasn't for an older woman, I wouldn't know that like intimacy and foreplay, all none of that stuff was never in my mind. It took me
Right.
getting with to an older woman where she
Mhm.
like, listen, you're gonna do that, but I'm gonna need this too. Like
Right.
she told me straight up, that part you're gonna do. I ain't worried about that, but you gotta give me this. And
Gotcha.
and
Gotcha.
I from that, I did that with a younger girl, blew her mind.
Come on, bro. Come on, dog. You already know the deal, bro.
So
You got taught right. You got taught
so
properly, you know?
when I asked that question, because I really want to know, like what like you said your pops was in your life. Mine wasn't. But it took me literally to I want to say 30. Ooh, I want to say like either 33 or 34. That's when everything changed for me. To the point where it's like, even now, like if I ain't I just can't no more with just anybody. Like
Mhm.
it's certain
Yeah.
things that is just like, don't get me wrong, that's a beautiful young lady, but maybe she just got a stuck up attitude. I can't get it. Or maybe she got a smell like it's not even a terrible smell, it's just a perfume I just don't dig. She might have paid like $200 for it, but it ain't doing nothing for me. So
Right. I understand, dog. You it's really you understanding what you like also. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I feel you.
so I always wanted to ask that question to certain men because it do come a time where you know Pound Town was on your mind, but sooner or later, like you said, I don't know about Billy D, but you got to throw on some Jodeci.
Oh, come on, dog. Listen, bruh, you know, Jodeci
So
was my go-to. Jodeci was my go-to for the, you know, for the women I didn't really have that type of connection. Now, you know, we were friends, but when it came down to it's funny, when it came down to the women I really wanted to be with, I would throw some Maxwell on. You know what I'm
come on
saying?
now, come on
So
now.
yeah, I even had the music The music played a part. Man, you know you running through the house clean, you're spraying the cologne, you know what I'm saying?
Brother, you had the CD ready.
Yeah.
You had the CD.
Yes,
Matter of
sir.
fact, you had the playlist. You had this. This is for, I mean, whatever your name was. I had two. One was what was it? One was Mr. Nasty Time, and then the other one was
Yes, sir.
I think it was just damn. I think it was just Jodeci.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it was just
Jodeci.
Jodeci.
Jodeci
I,
was some bad boys, bro.
yeah. Oh no, it was slow mix. It was a slow mix.
I know you're talking about. Right.
And I had nothing but slow songs, and I made sure I had some men, and I had always had three women. It was always Tony Braxton, Faith Evans, and Mary J. Blige.
Man, come on, man. You know Mary gonna get the job done, bro.
So that was my slow jam. That was my sexy time. But then I also had like when it was time to don't stop, get it. So, well, yeah, all right, that's what's up. Season 10, man, Cal Podcast, man. We got Sweets in here kicking with us, talking about sex. Now, let's get to a touchy subject. The women.
Mhm.
Like you got 85% of women who haven't received an orgasm. You got 43% of these women ain't never received an orgasm. They over the age of 30. So I feel like I know what you want to say, but I still want to hear it. Is it them
It's,
or is it us?
it's a sad thing, ain't it, bro? It's a sad thing, man. I think that every woman and every man deserves an orgasm, and different strokes for different folks. I think it's both. I think that we have to compromise. We have to listen more, and this is both sides. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And we have to be willing to explore more. You know what I'm saying? If something ain't working for you, what is the statement? When you do things over and over again and expecting a different result, that's insanity.
Insanity.
And we are truly insane people when we're trying to force something that ain't to be forced. You know what I'm saying? And I really think that that also goes into the part of selfishness. You know what I'm saying? We're being selfish and we want things to work, and we're selling ourselves short on a lot of things. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think that, like I said, it's a sad thing that women are going through, and we're talking about the women that they're not getting an orgasm, is because, first of all, for a lot of little cats, man, they don't, if you've never, been there, seen, heard, or felt a woman have an orgasm, and you know that it was you, I'm sorry, little daddy, you selling yourself short, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's one of the most greatest things that you can ever come around, if not the greatest thing. You know what I'm saying? And I think that, you know, when you have given a woman that, that's what you are trying to do all the time. And it's to please your partner. I think a
Yeah.
lot of times we're not pleasing our partner the way that they want to be pleased. We're thinking that we're pleasing our partner the way that we want to please them. And that's really not, as my boy said, it's not what it do. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? It's not. And now you have some women, they do settle for certain things. They're getting traumatized. And it goes both ways. There's a different way that young men can get traumatized. But at the same time, you know, you're asking a lot on both sides when you're dealing with a situation that, I'm gonna be straight up, there's not enough knowledge. People are giving up. You have a lot of men and a lot of women that are like, I don't want to work with anybody. This person has to have this and have that. And you might have a little cat over here that can actually help you, scratch that itch. You just need a little guidance. And I'm gonna be straight up, out of my experience, one of the best things is to have a woman that can guide you on the
Yes.
course of sex.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And when she tells you, now listen, young man, listen very well. When a woman is telling you, stay there, keep that going, deep stroke, whatever it is, you do what she says. And I promise you, if you take care of that woman, what you said, Florida, she just might buy you a PlayStation.
But
You know what I'm saying? Like she will take care of you. That's
listen,
just the way that a woman is. She's going to take care of any man that is willing to take care of her. So, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, we got to get back and I don't mean like we got to get way back, but we got to learn some things. You know, the intimacy part. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things that gets a woman what we would call over. You know what I'm saying? My whole thing is I'm trying my best to do what I need to do to get this woman over. Cause let's be real, bruh. It's all in slight of a way egotistical because you know your rep is on the line and I ain't about to
hell
be
yeah.
in that group chat. Ain't nobody gonna be talking about me bad. Well, homeboy, if you're playing around, if you don't know what you're doing and you're doing all that booty chatter and you're not really, you know, you're not cashing them checks, you gonna be in that group chat, homeboy. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I think it's both sides, bro. I think that we need to come to the middle. We need to compromise. We need to figure out, you know what I'm saying, really to listen to the person. Listen to this woman. If you don't want to rock with that woman, don't rock with her. If that's too much for you. But if it's something that you can rock with, listen to this woman and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Don't be selfish. Don't be on that craziness, you know? Compromise. Be willing to explore. That's what sex is about. You know what I'm saying?
Now, let me play devil advocate because you know the statistics say that it's like what is it? Four? No, excuse me, five. No, excuse me, one black man to each five women. So now you got it's already a shortage of us. So now you got women who are like, well, I ain't got mines. Let me at least get with somebody. And so now they just opening their legs to this dude, even though they know this person ain't giving them what they need, but it's just the fact that they on a like I like to call it a hope and a wish that hopefully this time when I get with this man, he finally does scratch that itch.
Yeah, man. It's sad that a lot of our women go on what I call a world tour. You know what I'm saying? They go through that phase trying to find something. And a lot of times, man, it just seems like the more you talk to them, they don't get no fulfillment out of it. You know what I'm saying? They don't get no fulfillment out of it. So I think that, yeah, I can't help that. I can't help the birth rate. I can't help the sex part of it, who's a man and who's a woman. But, you know, with that being said, bro, that's the reason why the art has to come back because the more men that can get right,
Hmm.
the more of a better result we can get. So, you know, if you really break down the numbers, and I can't break it down mentally, bro, I can't do all that. I ain't no mathematician or no
Oh no, no,
magician with the
no, no, I had to
numbers.
write
You
this
know what I'm
stuff down. I had
saying?
to write this. I had to write this stuff down. But go ahead.
But when you break it all down to the young men out there and who's willing to go as far as to get a woman to an orgasm, and you got to think about this too, bro. I want you to think about this.
I'm listening.
When you have a situation where you have women who have just settled, they've lost some hope, right? Or vice versa. Let's say, for instance, they do get to that person. What you think they gonna do? You think they go play it cool? Or you think they go start really getting hot and heated and because things can get really emotional off of a woman who's never had an orgasm, or say for instance, a woman that I've even been told, or if I've had one or two orgasms in my life. Well, when she gets that orgasm and you're helping her understand her body, you're making her feel comfortable and trustworthy within her sexual nature. What you think is
Hmm.
gonna happen, bro? She go cling on to you like nobody's business. You know what I'm saying? She go get a little cray cray. And just like a little dude, she go get a little cray cray. And you
Hmm.
know, that's another subject for another, you know what I'm saying? But the whole concept of it is like I keep on going back to it. We must learn the art form. You know what I'm saying? And it's just sad that you got so many young ladies out here they don't know how that feels. They never had that experience. You know what I'm saying? Like it's really a sad thing. You know, it's really a sad thing.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, so we finna switch gears for a quick second. Like we got a game. It's called Area Code. Sweets don't really care about the person. Don't need a name. I just need an area
Right.
code. You want to
God.
tell me an area code?
All right,
So
bro.
here we go.
All right.
When you always get around her, she smell good. Now, Sweets,
Five before.
I knew you were gonna say that. Now, Sweets, you've been up Louisiana and Texas. I know you know some numbers outside of New Orleans. I just want to throw that out there.
Well, yeah, without a shadow of a doubt,
Okay,
that they go pop up. They go
okay,
pop up.
okay. I just want to make sure because you ain't gonna be 504 on me all day. All right. Uh, if she would have acted right, or the situation would have acted right, you would have went half on her with a baby.
318.
You wishing they would stop calling you.
214.
Your best headhunter.
318.
You would spend a block for her.
Damn, I got a lot of 318s. I need to move around, huh, bro?
I mean, as long as you, I just want to make sure you weren't killing me with the 504, but we good with
Nah,
that.
bro.
All right. You wish you could get one more chance at it.
Yeah, that's another 318.
We'll keep them. All right. All right. It was the best you ever tasted.
773.
Ooh, Houston.
Nah, 773, I believe is
No,
is
that's Chicago.
That's
That's
Chicago.
Chicago. That's
Yeah,
Chicago.
that's Chicago. Shot-town,
Yeah,
baby.
that's Chicago.
Shot-town.
713 is Houston. My bad. Yeah, 773
Right,
is
right,
Chicago.
right, right.
713 is Houston.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Shout out to Chicago. Let me go to this one. The last person you text, I love you.
Oh God. That's a 214. It's been a little while. Yes,
Okay.
214.
If you call her, you know she gonna answer the phone.
That's a 323.
That's Cali. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. When if you had to go to Pound Town, you calling her.
Oh, 318. Oh, yeah. Oh, boy.
No matter what, you got unconditional love for her. No matter what.
It's going to be 318.
And then the last one, whenever you call her, she always make you smile.
504.
Back it started with New Orleans and ended with New Orleans. Sweet, that's our game called Area Code. What up, Perk?
Yes,
What
sir.
up?
What's up, Perk? What's up, Perk?
What's up, sweet?
Man, nothing much, brother. Nothing much.
Yeah, we finally found this nigga. Got him on the podcast.
Yeah, bro. I heard y'all was looking for me at the daytime with a flashlight, bro.
Yeah, man. You know we trying to look for Waldo.
It ain't hard to find my black ass, dog. Look.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's
sir.
hard to
Yes, sir.
find you.
Say it again.
I said it's hard to find that book fool right there.
I'm telling you, listen, if it wasn't for, I think it was Sophie who posted the picture. No, it was Fat.
It was fat. Yeah. I was down there at home for New Year's. I was at the daiquiri, and he go around and post the pictures and everything. Yeah, and all I remember you was like, nigga, hit me up. I said, oh man, that's
Nigga,
fat.
I bet, bruh. You know, like, I know that we getting on topic for a second. Nigga, it be, like when we talk, I like Sweet. I ain't talked to you since before he passed.
Yeah, bro. The last time we really chopped it up is when Nuvo was buck jumping.
And that been a hot little minute.
Bro,
Like,
it's been a hot second. Yeah, it's been a hot second, bro.
so it was like, yo, I was like, man, tell us, man. As soon as I saw that, I said, whoever, I said, man, tell Sweets to call me. All right, I like DM me, call me, and that nigga hit me up, and I was like, bro, I'm so happy to hear your voice.
Yes, sir, man.
So yeah, all right. Well, let's keep this thing moving. We go to our next topic. So, I mean, we
Hey
still.
guys, this is Kendra. I'm the owner of Chic Creations. I'm here to bring all those ideas in your head into something magical. So feel free. If you have any custom orders you want to get, whether it's t-shirt, cups, pillows, notebooks, jersey, flyer, shot glasses, anything personal that you could think of, please feel free to reach out. You could contact me on my social media, IG at Kanique Creations, or you can reach me on TikTok at Kanique Creations. Feel free. I can't wait to hear from you.
So, well, let me go back to this one because you got men who are literally just going. Well, we could say, well, you could say men who just going through it like treating women like they're just objects,
Right.
and like so is what do you think we have to do better as men dealing with dealing with women just in general to where we can reduce this number
Right.
85 at least down to 70%.
Well, generally when you're talking about a lot of cats that's treating women like objects, we got to look at what our environment is, what we're surrounded with. You know what I'm saying? We got to look at the streets for one. You know what I'm saying? We got to look at what's on TV. We got to look at what's trauma with us. You know, a lot of us, man, we don't want to admit it. And men don't really talk, but we see a lot of doggish activity happening to a grandmother, a mother, our aunties. It's a lot of trauma. Plus, on the backspin of it, instead of investing into the woman, a lot of cats are investing into porn. You know what I'm saying? Where they're just watching all of this. So that goes to a lot of how psychologically it throws you out. You know what I'm saying? It throws you out the mix. Everything is not reality anymore. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that there's some women out there who needs to be shut down because there's always an exception. Some women you just don't want to deal with. But if you around here and you treating every woman like an object, say, dog, it's time for you to look in the mirror, bro. It's time for you to get some therapeutic assistance. You know what I'm saying? Like you need some therapy, bro, because there's something that happened in your life to where it's trickling down to where every woman you seeing, you treating them really bad. You know what I'm saying, bro? Some problems you got going on internally and in your mind. You know what I'm saying?
Let me throw this at you because I know this is gonna be talked about probably this whole year. You got somebody like you got a dude out there like, man, all women ain't shit, and then the first thing they point to, what about Jada Pinkett Smith? Look how she treating Will. Will a good dude.
Right. It goes both ways, bro. It goes both ways. I can't sit here and I can't tell you the whys and the wheres and the hows because we're not in them people household. But we do know that, we do have these time and days, we do have more feminine men and more masculine women. And how it got to that point, that's a whole nother subject within itself. You know what I'm saying?
That's a whole nother
It's a whole
podcast.
nother big subject within itself. But at the same time, what I do know, Florida and Perk, what I do know is that when any woman get around a grown ass man, oh, she go off top, recognize his presence. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about a narcissistic man. I'm talking about a real grown ass man. You can't beat it. You know what I'm saying? Women stop, they stare. It's by even your presence, how you stick your chest out, how you speak with confidence, even the pheromones of the cologne that you put on yourself. I don't care what you say. A grown man, he's going to get his just due. You know what I'm saying? Now, as for Willie, there's times where Willie do his little goof troop stuff too. You know what I'm saying? And we're talking about chemistry. We're talking about when you talk about Jada Pinkett Smith. We're talking about a woman whose style is more of a Tupac style. You know what I'm saying? She likes that type of man. And look, I don't think that if that woman is not for you chemistry wise, there's nothing wrong to move on. There's more fish in the sea. You know what I'm saying? But then it goes back to what we're talking about with Will. When you hear a lot about Will, it's like he was trying to force something that shouldn't have been forced. You can't make nobody happy. You can't force nobody to do anything that they don't want to do. So, you know what I'm saying? Look, however they want to go about their situations, where they want to go about their situation. But I'm gonna tell you one thing: when the disrespect, like it starts to elevate, it's time to pack and move around. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So chemistry. I'm gonna stay there for a minute. How to the dudes out there, or let's give it to the women. Like, how can the women pick up on? No, let me take that back. How can the man really pick on that this woman is really giving him chemistry?
The art form, bro. Are you willing to invest and pay attention to this woman? It's you know, people talk
Because
the game. I'm going. Well, what you was about to say, bro?
no, because I'm saying it been times where I've been around a couple women, and I didn't even pick up on it, but it took me a minute to realize, like, yo, I really had a good time with this young lady. Like,
Right.
I didn't even pick up on it, but when I did, it was like, yo, I'd rather do that again. But here I'm trying to be with such and such, and it's not there.
It's maturity, dog. It's making mistakes. The greatest mistake is when you make it again, so you learn. And all you don't have to go through pain to grow, but a lot of times in this lifetime, you got to go through pain to grow. You got to go through something to get somewhere you want to be. But I think that sometimes we can be delusional, right? We can
Mhm.
want something to really be what's not. On the flip side, what I would say also to like picking up the chemistry is it's like what the women used to tell me, the older women, they used to tell me, baby, actions speak louder than words. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can talk a good game, but if you just sit back for 1 second, just sit back for 1 second and just be quiet and pay attention, people will show you who they really are, especially a woman. It doesn't matter. They're going to show you who you really are. And if you pay attention to that woman, how she keeps herself, how she walks, how she speaks, how she moves around, how she looks at you, how she smiles at you, that'll tell you a lot, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just the simple things that tell you a lot about the bigger spectrum of things. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you come into chemistry, because let's be real, that's what we all really shooting for. We're all really shooting for chemistry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And another thing, do you think the times we're in now, men, they have lost touch how to really even approach a woman to even get her name or number?
To a certain extent.
Because
Majority of the men, I can't really say how many men. Like I told you, I'm not a mathematician nor a magician when it comes to numbers. But yes, that's part of the art form. We've lost our touch on a lot of things, right? And this is something that, by me, I talk, I used to coach um and also be not substitute, but assistant at a high school in Fort Worth, Dunbar High School. And there was a lot of young cats I had to like kick to them, a lot of things. And man, if you hear the things that they be saying, you'd be like, where the hell you learn that from? Well, coach, I didn't really nobody told me. I just figured it. That's what it is. You assuming. You just figured it out because nobody really took the time to kind of kick the game to you. You know what I'm saying? So you can never be mad at a person if they don't find something if they totally lost, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I think that what's going on is that, like I say, knowledge is key, and we're losing the art form of just knowing how to speak, how to approach, and how to move around women. You know what I'm saying? But there are, like I said, there are some older cats, and I watch them. They're kicking the game to a lot of, a lot of youngsters, bro. And you can see those kids are flourishing. You know what I'm saying? But we have so many out there. They really don't know what to do, dog. I can't be mad at them, bro.
Well, because usually when I hear, oh, go ahead, Perk.
Why do you say that men aren't knowing what's going on? Are you saying the younger generation, or are you saying our
Well,
generation?
different folks with different strokes. We got the younger generation. True that. You know what I'm saying? The younger generation, because of the times, it's not our times, Perk. You know what I'm saying? And on the flip side, we got some old cats. They act like they don't know what's going on too. You know what I'm saying? And it's not everybody. You know what I'm saying? But we do got some cats out here who need to, you know what I'm saying? Like they need to learn how to approach better. They need to do, just get their mind right.
I'm gonna disagree with that one because I think a
Okay.
lot of men right now, I see even on social media, statistically speaking, that a lot of men want a woman. But
Right.
if you look at when, back in our younger days to now, a lot there's no consistency when it comes to women. That
I
there's
agree with
no
that. I agree with
there's
that.
no there's no, like I was having a conversation with some people the other day
Mm-hmm.
talking about, back in the day, you could speak to a woman, open a door, and
Right,
just be
right,
nice. And now it's like when you do that, women have attitudes. They don't know how to say thank you,
right,
or
right,
they
right.
like you see it on social media a lot. A lot of women want a traditional man, but they're not a traditional woman.
And
And
I
so
should be on that, right?
it's kind of hard for me to even defend a lot of women because a lot of women, and I'm not gonna say, you know, it's a percentage because like one dude said on one of them, he said it's almost like you watching line walk down the street. You got
Right,
good line and you got bad line, but you don't know which
right,
line is good, and you're not gonna wait to find out. So
right,
most dudes just go with what works. A
right,
lot of
right,
women, a
right.
lot of women be like, well, why he trying to hook me up? Because it don't work. A lot of y'all see him play this game, or y'all want this type of man, but y'all don't really want that type of man. Y'all want
And
the
that's
most
true.
popular dude and not the real dude that you can spend your life with. You want the here and now microwave
You
dude.
want that exciting cat. You want the exciting
Yeah.
cat. And look, check this out, Perk. Check this out and understand where I'm coming from. What did Pac said? My women, true or far away from bitches. We not talking about them. You know what I'm saying? We talking about women. You know what I'm saying? I think that when we define it, you know what I'm saying? We got the boppers, the 304s, and then we got the women. You know what I'm saying? And from the question that, excuse me, Florida's giving to me, he's talking about women. Or I'm assuming that he's talking about women. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
sweet. I ain't really talking about women.
Right.
We ain't talking about women,
Right, my
baby.
dude. So look, like I said, Perk, and you're absolutely correct. Florida, we've been in the clubs, we've seen the boppers, the 304s, we've seen the culture. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be straight up. I never really was intrigued with that. I never was really into that. You know what I'm saying? My whole concept was, something else
I
because
was, I was, I was trying to get booty, but go ahead, sweet.
man, say dog. This dude, Florida, bruh. Look, he coming out. He's coming out, people. But nah, bro, that just wasn't my type of vibe. You know what I'm saying? It just wasn't my type of thing. I loved, being with my people and having fun. But when I got in my car and I was doing something, I wasn't trying to really rock with too many 304s. I was trying to do my own thing with a grown ass woman, if you know what I'm saying. So yeah,
Sweets.
So so let me ask you this question.
yeah, talk to me.
Knowing all that you're saying there now, how is the dating scene for you?
Oh man, it's crazy, dog. It's crazy, bro. It's chaos, though. That's why I'm saying it goes to both sides, though, Perk. It goes to both sides.
No,
You know what I'm
I agree
saying?
that it goes to both sides, but
Yeah.
my thing is, and I hear this from a lot of people, a lot of dudes, even married dudes, they'll be like, man, I wouldn't be in the dating game right now because
Yeah, for
I'm
real, for
bad
real,
right now. Like this, it's
real.
hard to find and I ain't saying it ain't no good women out there. What I
Right.
am saying is I ain't ran into them. And I ain't met no good ones to where it's not no he need to do this, that, and the third.
Yeah,
And
it's really challenging. It is, bro.
yeah,
It is. It is.
it's not like you can. It's hard to meet a good woman that's just down to earth that you don't have to show who you are. Like you don't have to put on a facade or you don't have to do all these things. And I say this all the time. A lot of the things that women want, men would do if women just gave respect. And a
Because
lot of
that's our
women,
true love. Respect is our true
well,
love. Yeah.
it's not about even true love, but it's the thing of you want a good dude, but you don't want to treat a good dude until a good dude do good things.
Right.
But
Right.
for me and how our generation was raised, that ain't how we was raised. Like it's a mutual feeling. Like if you like me, you like me. If you don't like me and we just messing around, then we just messing around.
Right. 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 Right.
But then I go and look at it, a lot of women are aggressive. And a lot of people go past this thing of, okay, male or female, you gonna do what you want to do for who you like.
Right.
And the old man said it before, they will put boundaries up for people they don't like, and they'll let the one they like do whatever they want to do.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Perk, what we're dealing with right now is we're dealing with more quantity than quality. You know
Correct.
what I'm saying? So when you're blessed enough to get that quality, and I'm not gonna lie, Perk, I've been blessed enough to deal with a lot of quality versus quantity. You know what I'm saying? And every man don't get that. You know what I'm saying? I can only speak from my experiences, and you're absolutely correct. A lot of things that even, I was a sucker for love. Every man has been a sucker for love, but over time we got our game right and we had to move a different type of way. And you're right. You know, the time of when we were coming around, it was different. It was about morals, values. Do I really rock with you? It was about the trust. It was about a lot of that is going out. Plethora of things that we can point the finger at. You know what I'm saying? Some plethora of things we can point the finger at. So when you're speaking, I don't think nobody's really wrong. I just think that we're adding on to so much that that the other conversation that everybody has. So when I do look at women, when I speak to women, because man, I'm gonna be straight. I ain't talking to no boppers or 304s. That ain't my culture. You know what I'm saying? When I talk to women, and even when I talk to, my people, there's so many young women. I mean, they good women. They're like, where are the good men? And I'm like, damn, why are we always missing each other? You know what I'm saying? Why are we always missing each other? So it's just, but it just feels like you got quality at each corner of the chessboard, and in the middle you just got number quantity, and the quality can't get through all the traffic to get to the other quality. You know what I'm saying? You always got to run into a bunch of craziness. And if you're blessed enough, you do get to some quality. You know what I'm saying? So it's really a jacked up situation when we're talking about these streets, dog, because there are a lot of women out there. And that's one of the reasons why I really be chilling, because I just don't have time for that. If you're not on a mental, spiritual type level, your physical can be great, baby. But there's a lot that comes with that physical that maybe I don't even want to deal with because I'm a grown ass man. You know what I'm saying? And every grown man, they understand what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? So that's true. But like I said, for the true women out there, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? But this is also a thing, Perk, and feel me. We have so many cats out here that are just moving around a certain way because, niggas is horny, so they deal with a lot of the 304s. They dealing with a lot of women. So when they do get to the real women, the approach can be off, the chemistry can be off because you got immune to dealing with this so much. You know what I'm saying? So that's also part of the art form that's being lost because we're dealing with so much chaotic quantity. Listen, bro. I don't care if you give me a billion bronze coins. I'm still gonna pick that one diamond because it's gonna beat out value and everything out of them billion coins. You know what I'm saying, bro? So it's rough out here. It really is. It's rough out here, bro. But I
So
don't
let
have
me
an
ask you
answer
this
for that one.
question.
You know what I'm saying? I don't have the answer for the dating pool, dog. You just pray on
Let
it and be
me
like, God, give me one, send me one.
let me ask you this then. Looking, so if I don't know if you're in a dating pool now, but what would be your top 5 qualities of a good woman?
All right. Loyalty, trustworthy, ambitious, foreseeing. You know what I'm saying? If you got a woman that can foresee things and she's a real partner, if you got a woman that's not afraid to tell you, hey, look, babe, you know what I'm saying? I don't think that's the right crowd that you're rocking with. That's the type of woman I want. I don't want always a sort of frivolous woman. I want a woman with some type of, you know what I'm saying? And um, will be my last one. You know what I'm saying? A woman who's down for when times are hard. Because
Yeah,
we all know, bro, like the
yeah,
sun ain't gonna shine forever. Tough,
yeah.
tough situations. Like it's about tough people, man. It's about being mentally strong. Are you willing to be mentally strong? And if I hold you down for the longest, will you break under pressure when it's time for you just to feel just a little bit of that pressure? Because I promise you, I ain't gonna be laying down for too long. I'm willing to take on that pressure, but my whole thing is that you can't break down by any split second. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta hold it down. Like it was like my friend say. He was like, if you was getting robbed, dog, and you was standing next to your old lady and you got your hands up in the air, she need to have her hand behind your back with the gun clutch. You know what I'm saying? You need a rider with you, bro. You need somebody who go hold it down with you. You know what I'm saying? Through the thick, through the thin. You know what I'm saying? And that's why you're correct. When you hear people say them vows, sick for worse for all of that, dog. Those vows are very, very like virtuous, dog. They mean something. Every word means something. So that's what I'm on, dog. And believe it or not, you don't really find a lot of it. But every once in a while, you're blessed enough to come around that. And when you do, dog, you got to keep it around. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir.
Now we're gonna jump off the topic for a quick second because I let y'all get that in, but we're gonna have this conversation now. Sweets, I be damned. You was around Domino's and Star, and you was around Ed and all that. You tell me you ain't getting none of that. I was at the Blues Lounge.
Look, bro. Listen, bro. I had other women and friends in other little spots, dog. You know what I'm
Bruh,
saying? I
I
was
got I got with these niggas in 2007. No,
I
2008.
remember the first time I saw you was
Spring,
sitting on Nouveau stage.
spring 2008. I go to the club. The next week I'm working the club. A week later, I went from a nobody to a somebody in less than 2 weeks.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. Without a
So
doubt.
I know you got some attention from somebody.
Oh yeah, attention, yeah. But did I want all that attention? I mean,
I didn't. Oh well, I take that back. I did. But
but you
I
Florida, bro. You
but
Florida.
I use it for the wrong reason. But hey, I've changed. But I just wanted to make sure we clarify that thing up real quick. So
Man, look, Florida. Let's just say this. I had one or two, dog. I'm just gonna say I had one or
I'll
two.
take that. I'll take that. I'll
I
take
wasn't
that.
I wasn't invested like that, bro.
I'll
But I
take
had
that.
one or two,
I'll
dog. You know
take
what I'm
that.
saying? I just
I'll
kept it
take
on the low, low, dog. I
I'll
was
take
really
that.
on the low, low, bro. I
I'll
just,
take I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll take that. All right, man. Season 10, man, Cal Podcast, man. We got Sweets in here kicking with us. Perk, you got anything before we get to these Cal Podcast questions?
Nah.
All right, sweet. So this is our Cal Podcast questions, man. They either gonna be one or the other, fill in the blank. But if you try to play us, we'll be on this bitch all night until we get an answer.
oh man, it's the go.
So, first question: love or money?
Mm, I'd rather take the love.
Financial literacy or health literacy?
Being a grown man, financial literacy.
All right. This one you could pick one out of three, two out of three, but you can't pick all three. T-shirt and panties, lingerie, or nothing at all?
You talking about me for the
With a
like?
work for your girl, or for that
Hey,
thing when she come
nothing at
around.
all. Nothing at all. That's what's gonna end up anyway.
Okay, I'm cool with it. All right. Brown or white?
Dang, dog. And I ain't gonna lie. When I sipped, it was white, bro. I ain't gonna lie. It was white. It was white.
Sweets, what are 3 non-negotiables that you need in your partner? I think you already said it, but I just got to ask it again.
And my partner, of
Yeah.
course, loyalty, foreseeing, um, man, just a queen, dog. Just a queen, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Sweets, 6 years ago was 2020. What was you looking forward to going into 2020?
What you mean by that, bro?
What you were looking forward to going into 2020? Everybody was talking about 2020, 2020. Was you looking forward to anything, or you was just like it's another year?
Man, it was just another year to me, dog. It was just another year to me. I was just trying to get out here, hustle, grind, give me, yeah, build my little personal training business, that type of stuff. Yes, sir.
Sweets, drunk. You can pick 1 out of 2 or 2 out of 3. Drunk sex, high sex, or sober sex.
Oh God. High sex.
End zone or dominoes.
Oh man, this dude here, bruh. Um, the Renaissance. Nah, bruh.
Hey,
The Renaissance with the light and flow. You heard me?
because that was gonna be my next. I was gonna say Renaissance and Nouveau.
Yeah. The Renaissance was a certain little place. You gotta know. If you know, you know. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't go, but I just from listening to y'all, that's the only reason I even know about it.
Yeah, dog. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I'm
So
gonna take the end zone. I'm gonna take the end zone. I'm gonna take the end zone. I'm gonna take the end.
and Renaissance over Nouveau.
Oh, nah, man. I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's a hard one, bro. I can't take both of them, huh? Just can't take both of them, huh? Man, I wish I could take a shot. But yeah, man, I'm gonna just go with Nouveau. There's some memories in Nouveau, dog. You just can't replace them, dog. You
Uh,
can't replace them.
Last one, Nouveau's or Domino's.
I'm gonna go Nouveau.
All right. Sweets, if you could pick a restaurant where you got a no bill whenever you go, you good to go, everything free, what restaurant would that be? It could be commercial or one of your favorite spots, whatever you want.
Oh man. That's a good one, dog. That's a good one. You probably don't know this spot. It's a little spot up here called Tuscany's. You know what I'm saying? It's a little Italian little space, a little spot. You know what I'm saying? They make the best of the pasta, the feta cheese. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's my spot.
Cash money or no limit?
Man, come on, man. You saw the verses. Man, I'm gonna have to go with cash money on this one, man.
Okay. Homecoming or Dallas?
Say that one more time. What's the first one?
Homecoming or Dallas?
Homecoming.
Homecoming of the Bayou Classic.
Bayou Classic. You already know that.
All right. No, we ain't finna do that because that's basic. No, we just been like this. So, and the last question is a cow podcast question. We ask everybody this question since season 2. Who got the better pancakes, Cracker Barrel or Whataburger?
I'm gonna have to go with Whataburger. I never ate at Cracker Barrel.
Nigga, you ain't never been to Cracker Barrel.
I never been to Cracker Barrel.
I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take that W though.
Hey, you rock with Cracker Barrel?
I rock with Whataburger.
Okay, all right, all right. I'm rocking with Whataburger. That's what I'm
You
saying. I
ever had
gotta
the
go with
pancakes
that.
there, have you?
Huh?
Have you ever had the pancakes there?
What's that? Whataburger?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, they decent. They all right, man. They all right, man. You know how I go.
I
Try
don't know.
try Whataburger try Cracker Barrel pancakes one time.
Man, you know what? I'm gonna make sure I put that on my bucket list this year to go to Cracker Barrel, dog. Cause I ain't never stepped in one of them. I just kept on passing them by, per.
They good, bro. They pancake fire.
I heard they got that old Southern touch to them, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, well, Sweet, this part of the show where we give you the flow, you get to say what you want to say, promote what you want to promote if you got anything, but the floor is yours.
Oh man, I ain't got too much to say, man. Just man, blessings to everybody, dog. Get your mind right. You know what I'm saying? Everybody come to a unification, dog. It's more about coming together. It's a crazy world, so don't let it drive you crazy. You know what I'm saying? And yes, I have a personal training business called Card Athletics on Instagram and Facebook. Tune in. Besides that, man, look, appreciate, man. Appreciate, brother. Appreciate.
June 12th through the 14th, we're gonna be in Dallas for Star B-Day weekend.
All right, let's
We're
get
gonna
it. Let's
we're
get
gonna
it.
we're gonna do this again, but it's gonna be live.
Okay, let's get it. Let's get
So
it. Anything for the homie, man. Anything for the homie, man.
so this will be number 5 because we last year we were supposed to go to Monroe, but certain situations happened, and to be honest with you, I just wasn't feeling Monroe. I know we got to go there sometime to do this, but man, I'd rather go to anywhere else with Monroe, bro. I don't know. Bro, I'm Sweets. I got a flyer made, everything. I don't talk to people, but it's just like I don't know what happened. Maybe it was me. I think I had something going on, but I was happy. It was just like it was just like it was like here, and then as we get closer, I'm just going like this.
Damn, dog. The road and did it again, huh?
Like it was just like when you start thinking about it, we got to find an Airbnb. Ain't really no good Airbnbs. Only thing was probably good was the people, and we probably could have found some good food places or got somebody to cook.
Right. You can always find that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's kind of wild, man.
So, but Sweets, my nigga, I'm so happy to see you, my nigga. I'm happy to
Without a
do
doubt.
this.
Likewise.
Like, yeah, you just don't know how big this is to me because, like I told you, it's hard to find men to get on here, but most importantly, it's hard to find men who can actually have that conversation.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I think that this conversation needs to happen more, and hopefully, man, y'all can keep on doing y'all thing, man, and having more young men up. Just dudes come on, man, and having these conversations, regardless of like Perk and myself, regardless if it's understanding, regardless, whatever it is, these conversations need to happen. It must. That's the only way we're gonna be able to move forward. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah. Perk, you got anything else?
Nah.
All right, then. So, Cal Podcast, man, season 10. We got my nigga Sweets on here. Quita couldn't make it. I don't know why, but we'll figure that out. Like I always say, we're gonna get better and do better. That's Perk. I'm Florida, and y'all have a good night.
G14 classified. That's good.
Headline, Starlight.
DJ Star.